Hey, shalom. How's it going, guys? So, catching up. Um, yes, it is late on Saturday. So, got Corinne with me. Hey, babe. No, you're not gonna say anything.
Later.
Later. Okay, cool. She spoke. See, I'm not imaginary. um, we're catching up, and then we should be caught up next week, hopefully. Well, we'll see, because I have training this week, so I'm going to be gone until Sunday next week. So, eh. All right. We're doing the Vara Torah portion. Va era. And I appeared. This is going to be Exodus 6:2 through 9:35 to start. So, without further ado, here we go. And Elohim spoke to Moshe and said to him, I am Yahuwah, and I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai. And by my name, Yahuwah, was I not known to them. So, you'll see this. There are some people who are like, God's name is this, and it's only this. But she's like, dude, God calls himself a lot of things in the scriptures. So, don't be a Torah terrorist. Read and see. God's known by a lot of things. Heck, I mean, even just in our circles, a lot of people call him Yahweh, Yahuwah, Jehovah, Elohim, El Shaddai, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Rapha. Just there's a lot of different names for Yah. So, he's saying here, I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai. So, and then they did not know me by Yahuwah yet. I was not known to them. And I also established my covenant with them to give them the land of Canaan, the land of their sojournings, in which they have sojourned. And I have also heard the groaning of the children of Israel, whom the Mitzrites are enslaving, and I have remembered my covenant. Say therefore to the children of Israel, I am Yahuwah, and I shall bring you out from under the burden of the Mitzrites, and I shall deliver you from their enslaving, and shall redeem you with an outstretched arm, and with great judgment, and shall take you as my people, and I shall be your Elohim, and you shall know that I am Yahuwah your Elohim, who is bringing you out from under the burdens of the Mitzrites, and I shall bring you into the land which I swore to give to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, to give it to you as an inheritance. I am Yahuwah. And Moshe spoke thus to the children of Israel, but they did not listen to Moshe because of shortness of spirit and from hard slavery. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, Go in, speak to Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, to let the children of Israel go out of his land. And Moshe spoke before Yahuwah, saying, The children of Israel have not listened to me, and why would Pharaoh listen to me? For I am of uncircumcised lips. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, and gave them a command for the children of Israel, and for Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, to bring the children of Israel out of the land of Mitzrayim. These are the heads of their fathers' houses, the sons of Reuben, the firstborn of Israel, Hanok, Paul, Hetzron, and Carmi. These are the clans of Reuben, and the sons of Shimon, Yumel, Yamin, Ohad, Yakin, and Toshar, and Shaul, the son of the Canaanite woman. These are the clans of Shimeon. These are the names of the sons of Levi according to their generations, Gershon and Kohath. Guys. Ugh, oh boy. Merari, and the years of the life of Levi were 107 or 37. So we're about to go through a whole bunch of names. I already started, but yeah, this is the lineage portion right here. Okay. The sons of Gershon, Libin, Shimei, according to their clans. And the sons of Kohath, Amram, and Yitzhar, and Hebron, and Uzel. And the years of the life of Quinath were 133. And the sons of Moriah, Mahali and Mushi. These are the clans of Levi according to their generations. And Amram took for himself Jochebed, his father's sister, as a wife, and she bore him Aaron and Moshe. And the years of the life of Amram were 137. And the sons of
He
Yitzhar.
took his aunt to wife, pretty much.
Huh?
That was his aunt, pretty much.
Yeah. Was his father's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, his aunt, yeah. Hey, man. Things were different back then.
Yeah, but they had to point it out, though, so I don't know if it was different.
I don't know. Yeah, it's very just, okay. Yitzhar, Korah, and Nepheg, and Zikari. And the sons of Uzel, Mishael, and Etzaphan, and Sithri. Aaron took to himself Sheba, daughter of Aminadab, sister of Nahshon, as wife. And she bore him Nebad, Nabib, gosh, I can't speak, and Abinahu. Nadab and Abinahu, those are the two that got smote. Remember? Yeah, they got smote later on. Eleazar and Ithmar, and the sons of Korah, Asir, Iklan, and Abiash. All these names are making my mouth hurt. Freaking, my gum is still sore. Abiasaph, yeah. These are the clans of the Korhites. And the Eleazar and Aaron's sons took for himself one of the daughters of Putiel. Good God. As wife, and she bore him Phinehas. These are the heads of the fathers of the Levites according to their clans, and this is Aaron and Moshe, to whom Yahuwah said, "Bring out the children of Israel from the land of Mitzrayim according to their divisions." So, a little bit of lineage there, a little bit of, hey, this is the establishment of who's who, going all the way back to Reuben, So yeah, making sure that we know what's up with the lineage there. They were the ones who spoke to Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, to bring out the children of Israel from Mitzrayim. This is Moshe and Aaron. And it came to be on the day when Yahuwah spoke to Moshe in the land of Mitzrayim, that Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, saying, "I am Yahuwah. Speak to Pharaoh, sovereign of Mitzrayim, all that I say to you." And Moshe said before Yahuwah, "See, I am uncircumcised of lips, and why would Pharaoh listen to me?" So it's a little bit of a interesting kind of rehash there, because it basically that says the same thing, just back around, what was it, 6:12, where Moshe basically says the same thing, and then, this is like, God's like, okay, here's the lineage, and by the way, this is what you're going to say, so say it. Alright, 7. So, Yahuwah said to Moshe, "See, I have made you an Elohim, a mighty one. To Pharaoh and to Aaron, your brother is your prophet. You shall speak all that I command you, and Aaron, your brother, shall speak to Pharaoh, to let the children of Israel go out of his land. But I am going to harden the heart of Pharaoh, and shall increase my signs and my wonders in the land of Mitzrayim. And Pharaoh is going to listen to you. Pharaoh is not going to listen to you, and I shall lay my hand on Mitzrayim and bring my divisions of my people, the children of Israel, out of the land of Mitzrayim by great judgments. And the Mitzrites shall know that I am Yahuwah when I stretch out my hand on Mitzrayim, and I shall bring the children of Israel out from among them." And Moshe and Aaron did as Yahuwah commanded them. So they did. Now Moshe was 80 years old, and Aaron 83 years old when they spoke to Pharaoh. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe and to Aaron, saying, When Pharaoh speaks to you, saying, Show a miracle for yourselves, then you shall say to Aaron, Take your rod and throw it before Pharaoh, and let it become a serpent. So Moshe and Aaron went in to Pharaoh, and they did so. And Yahuwah commanded, and Aaron threw his rod before Pharaoh and before his servants, and it became a serpent. But Pharaoh also called the wise men and the practicers of witchcraft, and they, the magicians of Mitzrayim, also did so with their magic. So witchcraft is really all
It is, but it's not those people that proclaim they're like Wiccan and do their like moon water and sun water and just openly show those things, because it might be a foundation of that stuff, but the people that really know how to do that stuff are not outwardly showing it.
No, there's dark magic out there. Yah says, hey, there's things that you don't mess with, and witchcraft and dark magic is definitely something that we're not supposed to touch or mess with, because it's real. And there are things like there are dark things out there that we're not supposed to be messing with. So it's there, and it says it right here. And the practicers of witchcraft and the magicians of Mitzrayim also did so with their magic. And they each one threw down his rod, and they became serpents. But the rod of Aaron swallowed up their rods. So, Yah's serpent was better than the fake serpents. The cheap serpents, the copies. Because Satan, Hasatan's always trying to copy Yah's power. But he never quite measures up. And Pharaoh's heart was strengthened. So, this is the interesting thing, right? This is one thing, because Yah says, I will harden Pharaoh's heart. And then here, basically, it says, and Pharaoh's heart was strengthened, and he did not listen to them, as Yah had said. So, there's a bit of competing wills here. Like I said in Shemot, basically, the translation there is along the lines, in most interpretations of it, is, Yah's not forcing Pharaoh to be this way, but Yah knows that Pharaoh is going to be this way, because he knows who Pharaoh is, and he knows how Pharaoh, basically acts and behaves. So he says, hey, his heart's going to be hardened, and I'm not going to contend with it. I'm just going to let him be in his way.
I think it's kind of like the Judas question.
Mm-hmm. It is like the Judas question.
Did God force someone to be pretty much the fall guy, or was Judas already going to be the fall guy, and God didn't intervene because he, is omnipotent and can see and know the whole timeline, past, present, and future?
I mean, because, and that's one of the big mysteries, right? It's one of the big things that you have to wonder about is, I know we're going to go into a rabbit hole here, but so was Judas preordained to always betray Yeshua? Or was it just a choice? Because, Isaiah, I believe it was, prophesied that Yeshua would be betrayed by someone close to him. Basically it says that, I will break bread with him who betrays me, or something along those lines.
It could have been any of the apostles.
It could have been. So the question is, the question that I have is, does Yah actually have certain things set in stone as what's the best way for me? Like in a video game, like there's certain way markers that you have to hit in order for things to progress.
I don't think it matters who does it, as long as it happens.
Or was just this, Yah knows the beginning from the end, so when he gives prophecy, and which this is actually what I think is, he knows the beginning from the end. He saw it all play out, so he can insert prophecy, because he's outside of time. So time is not linear to him. So he sees how people behave and how they act, and then he basically can go back in time and insert prophecy as he wishes, to basically, so it will be true, because Yah's word does not return void. He saw it happen before, and that's what I think it was, is Judas had a choice. He made the wrong choice, and because of his choice, it echoed throughout the ages. And Yah basically gave that whole, thing there as a solid, like, hey, this happened.
Well, just like Pharaoh. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
would know Pharaoh is gonna, harden his heart, be prideful, and not let those people go.
Right. 14. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, the heart of Pharaoh is hard. He refuses to let the people go. Go to Pharaoh in the morning as he goes out to the water, and you shall stand by the river bank to meet him, and take in your hand the rod which was turned into the serpent. And you shall say to him, Yahuwah the Elohim of the Hebrews has sent me to you, saying, let my people go, so that they serve me in the wilderness. But see, until now you have not listened. Thus said Yahuwah, by this you know that I am Yahuwah. See, I am striking the waters which are in the river with the rod that is in my hand, and they shall be turned to blood. And the fish in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Mitzrites shall find it impossible to drink the water of the river. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, say to Aaron, take your rod and stretch out your hand over the waters of Mitzrayim, over their streams, over their rivers, over their ponds, and over all their pools of water, that they become blood. So it's not just the Nile. And the Prince of Egypt, it's like, oh, look, the Nile River turned to blood. And they're like, oh, crap, that's, which is catastrophic, by the way, because that's like the life source of Egypt is the Nile. That's where all their harvest comes from. That's where all their crops grow. So, I mean, but it was like everything. All the streams, all the rivers, all the pools, they all became blood. And there shall be blood in the land of Mitzrayim, both in wooden and in stone containers. And Moshe and Aaron did so, as Yahuwah commanded, and he lifted up the rod and struck the waters that were in the river, in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of his servants, and all the waters that were in the river were turned to blood. And the fish that were in the river died, and the river stank, and the Mitzrites were unable to drink the water of the river. All the fishies, man. Can't breathe blood. Oh, hang on. Pages are stuck together. Alright. And the blood was in all the land of Mitzrayim, and the magicians of the Mitzrites did the same with their magic. And the heart of Pharaoh was strengthened, and he did not listen to them, as Yahuwah had said. And Pharaoh turned and went into his house, and his heart was not moved by this either. And all the Mitzrites dug all around the river for water to drink, for they were unable to drink the water of the river. And 7 days were completed after Yahuwah had struck the river. So, that sucks, man. Golly. The entire river just... Everyone's desperately digging around trying to find something to drink. 8. Alright. And Yahuwah spoke to Moshe, go to Pharaoh and say to him, thus said Yahuwah, let my people go so that they serve me. But if you refuse to let them go, see, I am smiting all your borders, or all your border with frogs. Excuse me. And the river shall swarm with frogs, which shall go up and shall come into your houses, or into your house, and into your bedroom, and on your bed, and into your house of your servants, and on your people, and into your ovens, and into your kneading bowls. And the frogs shall come up on you, and on your people, and all your servants. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, say to Aaron, stretch out your hand with your rod over the streams, over the rivers, and over the ponds, and cause the frogs to come up on the land of Mitzrayim. So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Mitzrayim, and the frogs came up and covered the land of Mitzrayim. And the magicians did so with their magic, and brought up frogs on the land of Mitzrayim.
Yeah, I sing the song now.
Yeah, I know. In your house and in your streaming and let my people go. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. All right. Great movie, by the way. Just
yes, but if you
minor inconsistencies, but still a great movie.
If you have kids that don't watch scary stuff
right.
like ours, it might be a scary movie to show them.
Yeah. So Aaron stretched out his hand over the waters of Mitzrayim, and the frogs came up and covered the land, Mitzrayim. Okay, I already read that. The magicians did so. Okay. Pharaoh then called for Moshe and Aaron and said, "Pray to Yahuwah to take away the frog." So Pharaoh's like, dude, stop. Get rid of these things. Ask your God to shoo.
Well, at that point, I feel like frogs are more of a minor inconvenience.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, but
like blood in the water.
But it's everything, like into your houses, on your beds, in your kneading bowls. They're like everywhere. It's like it's like inundated. Like they will be on your people. Like just there's a swarm of them.
Would you rather have frogs or mice?
Dude, frogs are kind of gross, like slimy.
Yeah.
Think about it, like in your cooking food, on your bed, like everywhere. Like
at least you'll have flies, I guess.
Oh, that's coming. All right.
Take away the frogs and you get flies.
Pray to Yahuwah to take away the frogs from me and from my people, and I shall let the people go to slaughter to Yahuwah. So Pharaoh is like, okay, I give up. I'll let you go. Just take the frogs. And Moshe said to Pharaoh, explain yourself to me. When am I to pray for you and for your servants and for your people to destroy the frogs from you and your house and remain only in the river? So he said, tomorrow. And he said, let it be according to your words, so that you know that there is no one like Yahuwah our Elohim. And the frogs shall turn aside from you and from your houses and from your servants and from your people. They shall remain in the river only. And Moshe and Aaron went out from Pharaoh. And Moshe cried out to Yahuwah concerning the frogs which he had brought against Pharaoh. And Yahuwah did according to the word of Moshe, and the frogs died out of the houses, out of the courtyards, and out of the fields. And they gathered them together in heaps in the lands. It's like, they didn't even go back into the river. They just died. Like everywhere. And they gathered them into heaps, and they stank. Good God.
No one wanted frog legs.
Not kosher.
But the Egyptians don't care about kosher.
I'm just saying, that is not a clean food. All right. Wow. And when Pharaoh saw that there was relief, he hardened his heart and did not listen to them, as Yahuwah had said.
Yay.
Right? His yea was not his yea. He went back on his word. Shame. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, say to Aaron, stretch out your rod and strike the dust of the land so that it becomes gnats in all the land of Mitzrayim. So here's your flies, your gnats.
Well, yeah, you take away the frogs.
Yeah.
Can't eat
And they did so, and Aaron stretched out his hand with his rod and struck the dust of the earth, and it became gnats on man and beast. All the dust of the land became gnats in all the land of Mitzrayim, and the magicians did similarly with their magic to bring forth gnats, but they were unable. So they're running out of their power here. They were like, crap, we could do frogs, we could do blood in the water, we could do the snake, but gnats? No, we can't do gnats. Guess their mana ran out. Wow. And there were gnats on man and beast. The magicians then said to Pharaoh, this is the finger of Elohim. But the heart of Pharaoh was strengthened, and he did not listen to them, as Yahuwah had said. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, rise early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh as he comes out to the water, and say to him, thus said Yahuwah, let my people go, so that they serve me. Or else, if you do not let my people go, see, I am sending swarms of flies on you and your servants, and on your people, and into your houses, and your houses of the Mitzrites shall be filled with swarms of flies, and also the ground on which they stand. And in that day I shall separate the land of Goshen, in which my people dwell, that no swarms of flies shall be there, so that you know that I am Yahuwah in the midst of the land. And I shall put a ransom between my people and your people. Tomorrow this sign shall be. And Yahuwah did so. The thick swarms of flies came into the houses of Pharaoh, and into his servants' houses, and into all the land of Mitzrayim, and the land was ruined because of the swarms of flies. Oof. Talk about economic disaster. Freaking no water, then frogs, now flies.
Gnats were just like the pre...
Yeah. They're not as annoying as flies, but they can be annoying. All right. Yeah. All right. Pharaoh then called for Moshe and Aaron and said, "Go slaughter to your Elohim." Just go. And Moshe said, "It is not right to do so, for we would be slaughtering the abominations of the Mitzrites to Yahuwah our Elohim. See, if we slaughter the abominations of the Mitzrites before their eyes, would they not stone us?" Let us go 3 days' journey into the wilderness, then we shall slaughter to Yahuwah our Elohim as he commanded us. And Pharaoh said, "I am letting you go, then you shall slaughter to Yahuwah your Elohim in the wilderness, only do not go very far away. Pray for me." And Moshe said, "See, when I leave you I shall pray to Yahuwah, and tomorrow the swarms of flies shall depart from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. But do not let Pharaoh again deceive, not to let the people go to slaughter to Yahuwah." And Moshe went out from Pharaoh and prayed to Yahuwah. And Yahuwah did according to the word of Moshe, and removed the swarms of flies from Pharaoh, from his servants, and from his people. Not one remained. But Pharaoh hardened his heart at this time too, and did not let the people go. Bro. Just making it worse for yourself, man. Alright, this goes till 35. Okay. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, "Go in to Pharaoh and speak to him. Thus said Yahuwah Elohim of the Hebrews, let my people go, so that they serve me. For if you refuse to let them go, and are still holding them, see, the hand of Yahuwah is on your livestock in the field, on the horses, on the donkeys, on the camels, on the cattle, and on the sheep, a very grievous pestilence. And Yahuwah shall separate between the livestock of Israel and the livestock of Mitzrayim, and let no matter die of all that belongs to the children of Israel." And Yahuwah set an appointed time, saying, "Tomorrow Yahuwah is going to do this word in the land." And Yahuwah did this word on the next day. And all the livestock of Mitzrayim died, but of the livestock of the children of Israel not one died. Then Pharaoh sent, and see, not even one of the livestock of Israel was dead. But the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And Yahuwah said to Moshe and Aaron, "Fill your hands with ashes from the furnace, and let Moshe scatter it towards the heavens before the eyes of Pharaoh. And it shall become fine dust in all the land of Mitzrayim, and it shall cause boils that break out in sores on man and beast, all the land of Mitzrayim." So they took ashes from the furnace and stood before Pharaoh, and Moshe scattered them towards the heavens, and they caused boils, breaking out in sores on man and beast. And the magicians were unable to stand before Moshe because of the boils, for the boils were on the magicians and on all the Mitzrites. But Yahuwah strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, and he did not listen to them, as Yahuwah had said to Moshe. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, "Rise early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh, and say to him, Thus said Yahuwah Elohim of the Hebrews, Let my people go, so that they serve me. For at this time I am sending all my plagues onto your heart, and on your servants, and on your people, so that you know that there is no one like me in all the earth. Now, if I had stretched out my hand and struck you and your people with pestilence, then you would have been cut off from the earth. And for this reason I have raised you up, in order to show you my power, and in order to declare my name in all the earth." So,
he said he just killed them.
Yeah, he said, "Look, I could have just killed you, but I'm doing all this to show you that I am God." Which, I guess is a power move. Like, it's almost like strutting his stuff there.
Well, Pharaoh considers himself
A god,
to
yes,
his people.
yes. So I guess in a way, God was putting the fake God in his place. You still exalt yourself against my people in that you do not let them go. See, tomorrow about this time I am causing a very heavy hail to rain down. 100-pound hail. Dude, that still needs to be a metal band. 100-pound hail. I'd be down for that. Yep. Hail to rain down, such as not been in Mitzrayim from the day of its founding until now. So they've never seen this kind of hail before. It's going to be epic. And now bring your livestock to safety, and all that you have in the field, for the hail shall come down on every man and every beast which is found in the field, and is not brought home, and they shall die. Big hail. Big enough to kill you if it hits you. Those among the servants of Pharaoh who feared the word of Yahuwah made their servants and livestock flee to the houses, but those who did not set their heart on the word of Yahuwah left their servants and their livestock in the field. Then Yahuwah said to Moshe, stretch out your hand towards the heavens, and let there be hail in all the land of Mitzrayim, on man and on beast, and on every plant of the field, throughout the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe stretched out his rod towards the heavens, and Yahuwah sent thunder and hail, and fire came down to the earth. Whew. This is shock and awe right here. Okay. Yep. Where was it? Okay. And Yahuwah rained hail on the land of Mitzrayim. Thus there came to be hail and fire flashing continually in the midst of the hail, very heavy, such as had not been in all the land of Mitzrayim since it became a nation. And the hail struck in all the land of Mitzrayim, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail struck every plant of the field and broke every tree of the field. Only the land of Goshen, where the children of Israel were, there was no hail. Pharaoh then sent and called for Moshe and Aaron and said to them, I have sinned this time. Yahuwah is righteous, and my people and I are wrong. Pray to Yahuwah, for there has been enough of the thunder and the hail of Elohim, and I am letting you go, so that you stay no longer. And Moshe said to him, as soon as I go out of the city, let me spread out my hands to Yahuwah, and let the thunder cease and the hail be no more, so that you know that the earth belongs to Yahuwah. But as for you and your servants, you know that you do not yet fear before Yahuwah Elohim. I know that you do not yet fear before Yahuwah Elohim. And the flax and the barley were struck, and the barley was in the head, and the flax was in the bud. But the wheat and the spelt were not struck, for they were late crops. And Moshe went out of the city from Pharaoh, and spread out his hands to Yahuwah, and the thunder and the hail ceased, and the rain was not poured on the earth. And Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunder had ceased, yet he sinned again and hardened his heart, he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh was strengthened, and he did not let the children of Israel go, as Yahuwah had said through Moshe. Yep, there we go. That was the Torah portion. So next we have the Haftorah, and I'm gonna have to do a second part because again, don't have enough time on this. I need to clear my phone and just so I can do this all in one shot. All right, we'll see you back here for the Haftarah and the Gospels. Shalom.